My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode, we were looking for a shovel in order to try and continue the plot of the town of Sandwich. Specifically in order to try and prevent the successful trial of Patricia, last name, not Danforth, not Proctor? It was Peter Proctor who was doing the... Can't remember, actually. Abner? Aberforth? Anyhow, we were looking for a shovel and we made our way around the general area until now we have stumbled across a junkyard that is making our Geiger counter tick. This hobo is trying to wrestle a stove out of a pile of trash. I talked to him. I was hoping I would have a sentence first so that I would have a second to decide their voice. Alas. Howdy, I'm Beanie. Hi Beanie, I'm Ryan. What are you up to? I'm trying to get this stove so I can hold it back to our hobo camp outside Ocean City. Oh, you know about the camp? Yeah, I'll be cooking up a mess of beans once I get this stove back there, let me tell ya. I'm gonna ask him about the hobo code. Do you have any hobo code you could teach me? Sure. Heck, I know about a dozen different symbols for beans. Wouldn't one be enough? They all look pretty similar now you mention it. I get that one, but also 6 muscle is going to be required to help you in this instance. I will maximize my muscle, maximize my muscle, all the way to... oh boy. I'm gonna have to change my potion as well as my food in order to get this. Am I comfy with that? I think so. Instead of being well oiled and having 7 moxie, we will be oiled up and have 5 muscle. And then instead of being chummy with another +1 to moxie, we'll have another +1 to our muscle. Fungus humongous. Alright, buddy. I can help you with that. Hey pal, it's nice to see you again. It's just getting this stove loose. It's like pulling a corn cob through a keyhole. I'm gonna help him get the stove out with 6 muscle. With assorted grunting and heaving, the two of you manage to yank the stove free. Oh, thanks a million, pal. Now I've got to drag this thing back to camp. And I'll be in beansness. What's the matter? You're not laughing. You gain 15 experience. See you around, Beanie! Okay, so it's definitely in the cave. The opening leads to an underground labyrinth of filth. Unfortunately, your Geiger counter is ticking faintly, so you're probably gonna have to go in there. I hope you aren't wearing your favorite... anything. It turns out this garbage dump is much deeper and older than it initially appeared. Huge rooms and tunnels have been carved out under the trash, like the worst archaeological dig imaginable. And just to make a bad scene even worse, it looks like a whole gang of those horrible little fairies have made home in here. Ugh. Well, time to murder them. There's an ironically half-buried shovel here. I take the shovel. I cannot believe it, but we were actually correct. Here is where we find the shovel. Sick. The old junkyard has a deeper area called the Fairy Burrow. This wall is, this wall of trash is riddled with fairy tunnels. Ringing this bell would certainly stir up some angry fairies. Oh no! This hole was made for you. This tunnel is big enough to accommodate you, if you can master the flexibility. And assuming you're neither claustrophobic nor germophobic. I mean, would I even be able to get myself a 6th moxie at this point? If I maximize my maxi, I get to... exactly where I am. If I look at my character sheet, I have enough experience to get myself 1 more moxie. And I do want 1 more moxie as well. Lapidary empathy. You really know how to get to the bottom of a rock. 2 times material from gathering. Nah, I'm gonna go with the 30% extra item drops. That's also effectively just more money as well. I buy sharp eyes. I have +1 to my moxie, allowing me to squeeze through. You squeeze into a burrow and wriggle your way through a series of nasty trash tubes. Eventually, the garbage beneath you collapses, depositing you in a different chamber. Wait, above it? The old junkyard. Hey, a foot from a big statue. That's how far away you are from this and what it is. It seems pretty depressed. I talk to it. You listen to the statue, it's sad about the passage of time, but you manage to make it feel a little better by reminding it it's still a very big, really strong foot. It gives you some toe jam as a gesture of thanks, powerful grit. The loan level sands stretch, etc., so on, you know? Where are we? We're up in another tunnel. A teetering stack of crates is holding up part of the ceiling here. I kick it. It has constructed a staircase-like heap. That was extremely lucky. Okay, let's go up and see if we can do any more ransackery. Oh no, that was the way to escape. That was the way to escape? Or I guess that was just a secondary exit I had access to. Interesting. I guess that's the non-combat option, right? No fighting? But I'm okay with fighting these. There's a lot of fairies in that direction flitting around, giggling maniacally, occasionally saying things in other people's voices that you can only assume were those people's last words. I fight them. It twig thumps? But I play the sax of violence, so... As long as I can try and... Ooh, I don't even manage to prevent the explosion, but that's a-okay, because the explosion itself does not do that much. As long as we get back to another turn for Ryan Who here, I think we will be a-okay. I'm gonna increase my Moxie by 3. Just trying to take creatures out instantaneously if possible here. Yeah, that'll do it. Bye-bye, buddy. You won! With those fairies out of the way, I guess you can get to the Northern Tunnel. Wait, is that north? The Lefton Tunnel. 12 experience. Wait, hang on. Is that because the compass changed? Is that consistent? Fairy Charm, Fairy Knife, and Fairy Dust, and Gregovich gets +1 to all stats again. Sick! Gonna be difficult to change away from Gregovich for a while. There's a loose coat hanger in the ground. I grab it. Get a wire coat hanger. Sick! The old junkyard has a side tunnel. The room is positively swarming with fairies. There's gonna be something pretty good over there, or at least something that fairies think is pretty good. Which is an opinion you might or might not share. I plow through them in order to get to it. It's probably gonna be pretty good, right? I agree with fairies a lot of the time. One big sax of violence. There goes Gregovich. But I just don't see us taking enough damage to put us down on the ground here. So, Fairy is gonna die for its poison before it even takes a turn. So I actually will use an Orchestra Strike. And then take out the Wackadoo. No healing, everyone, thank you. Ideal. 10 experience, a Skull Wand Squirrel Cheese, new item. A food that increases our Moxie by 1 until we eat something else. The fairies keep squirrels the way we keep cows. One can only hope that someday they will face a similar reckoning. Referring to the uprising, I imagine, of the cows in West of Loathing, I remember a plot point from that game. Exactly one. This half-buried sign has some hobo code on it. I translate it. The code reads, "What is junk, really?" Wow, that really dinks you dig. I get 10 experience. Anything else around here for a rummage? Someone has thrown a perfectly good, giant, novelty piggy bank away. I smash it. Sorry, piggy. Hey, whoever threw this out didn't take their meat out first. I get 300 meat. I was kind of hoping I was going to be able to drag that back home and then use that. Alas. The old junkyard does have a fairy spa down here in the corner. An inviting tub of piping hot water. Piping hot and clean water. Your brain is insisting that this is impossible and the rest of your body is yelling at it to shut up. Have a soak. You take off your clothes, behind the privacy of this narration box, and slide into the tub. Your aches, pains, and various worries drift away in the luxurious stream. I'm gonna splish. You splish around for a while, it's very relaxing. You continue to relax into the tub until the water stops being hot. You gain an effect hot bath. That was a hot bath, it was exactly what you needed. +1 to muscle, mysticality, and moxie. Reluctantly, you leave the tub and dry yourself off with a towel and find yourself in a nearby pile of trash. Sorry, dry yourself with a towel you find in a nearby pile of trash before putting your clothes back on. That was fantastic. I flushed the toilet for 35 experience. Toilet's connected to some random rusty pipes. And now it's time to fish in the filth. Nothing left in the bath but your filth. I fished that bath water. Handful of dirty water, please. You get a soggy used bandage. You hope, probably in vain, that the water has washed off some of the previous owner's fluids. Previous owner's me, so I don't think I'm worried about that. A little bit of nasty goo. Come on. Ah, more nasty goo. It's all okay. Looks like that's the conclusion of this side of the tunnel. Beautiful. Let's make our way on over to the other, take the ferries out there. Also, it's time for us to wear an alternative shoes. Let's go with the flip-file flip-flops. Makes your steps more organized. Love it. There are a lot of fairies in that direction, frolicking around and making animal noises. Dying animal noises. I fight them. It is largely their, wanton murder and torture of animals that has led me to my position of being absolutely a-okay with just murder on sight. They're not like Glocklins, who I'll hope not to fight. Okay. I'm just gonna completely target all of that wrong and it's gonna be completely okay. You won! Your reward is getting to explore further in a literal garbage tunnel. Oh, okay, don't pout. You can have some loot too. 10 experience and a charm and a dust. Ooh. The sound of our footsteps is something to behold. Like an out-of-tune piano being plinked upon. A nasty book is half buried in the sand. Nasty ground here. I pull it out. You rip the book out of the ground. Now you should go wash your hands. It's a flore today. Being a record of a royal botanist's voyage around the HMS Cannibalism to catalogue the world's stinkiest flowers. Grants an upgradable skill, Nostradamus, which gives stench armor, and I can only imagine, yeah, exactly, is gonna cost increasing amounts as it, as we buy each level of it. This catalog of the worst smelling flowers on Earth is considered to be the most nauseating book ever written. Even before you get to the cannibalism chapters, I get sniffing. Nostradamus. The bloated corpse flower is a nasty bit of olfactory business. I almost do not want to serve it with cottage cheese, but you know me. Certainly paints a picture. You get 30 experience in Nostradamus. There's a bit left to sniff in this book if you got the nose for it. I'm gonna do it. And this white flowering plant is not just deadly when it is consumed, it is also murder on the nose. I call it the lily of the smelly. There's still more smell in that book, but I am a-okay. I have gotten some armor. I have armor enough. I'm getting a lot of clicks from this direction. There's a whole flock of fairies here, all armed with rusty needles. It almost seems like they're practicing their fencing skills, but their fighting style is so chaotic it's hard to tell. I fight the flock. Classic Sacks of Violence opener. Ah, I figured out how to target in combat. Without using the mouse. Now if I can only figure out how to hover over items without using the mouse, I will never need to use the mouse again in this game. Gregovich. Good work. Managed to survive to a second round. We get 8 experience. Hopefully a case of tetanus is not part of the loot. Instead we get a charm and 2 dusts. A beat up old junk box. See what's in it. Where was it? There we go. What? I didn't even... Hang on. Anarchist's hardware, 3 of those. There's 3 disposable ratchets and 2 sharpening stones as well. Neat. Unfortunately, you can only use 1 sharpening stone on each weapon, so it's not like I can just pump up what I have. Holy dang! Someone threw out a perfectly good cow skull! These are rare as heck, considering there haven't been any cows in this country for more than 30 years. I'd grab it. Mounted cow skull. It's always hard to tell whether one of these is part of a normal cow somebody killed for sport, or the entirety of a horrible floating cow skull that somebody killed in self-defense. This would look great in your room. And also, tick, 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 tick. The Geiger counter's really going nuts. This must be the spot I dig. Just beneath the surface, your shovel strikes the top of the crate. The Geiger counter continues its irritating clickery. I stomp through the crate lid. You give the top of the old crate a mighty stomp and end up ankle deep in compasses. It's better than being ass deep in compangles, which is what you always say. Sorry. It's better than being ass deep in compankles. That's what you always say. Anyway, enough jokes. You grab the least ruined looking compass. This is a compass from back before they changed the way, which is north. You also breathe a sigh of relief as you can turn off that annoying Geiger counter. Back to the lighthouse if I want it. None of the other compasses look like they have value. Neat. Now I do have more to dig up in different areas. Do I have anything more that I can do in this specific, though? I think not. Did I keep in mind where I will be able to use each and all of these shovels? I know one shovel is for the mine. Right? Cave? Damn? I've totally forgotten. Well. Currently we don't need anything from the junkyard. I know I can make my way back to the museum in order to try and resolve this with the diggery I can now do. Your meandering hike takes you near the lake, which may not have been reflected in the map display, but you'll just have to suspend your disbelief on this one. Only picks up a flat stone and skims it expertly across the water. Nice one.
Thanks! Hey, Sugar! How big a rock do you think you can chuck?
Raw muscle isn't exactly my forte, but I guess I do alright. You pick up a fist-sized rock and pitch it into the lake with a splash. A loud plonk follows close behind, and you turn to see Molly picking up a softball-sized rock with a grin. That's impressive.
I might look like a girly girl, but my Tommy's got a kick like a mule. Gotta keep the rust off of these pistons, you know?
Is Tommy your boyfriend? That sounds kind of...
My girlfriend's name is Nancy. Tommy short for the M1921 M1921 Thompson submachine gun.
Oh, right. I knew that. She heaves another large rock into the lake. You can try your best to match her, but it's not much of a contest. Her muscle increases by 1. I continue on my way. Great random event to have stumbled across, frankly. We also do have the ability here to dig there. Wait a minute, did this house have a cellar? Let's discover one. You dig, revealing a crumbling set of stairs that lead downwards. I go down. What's this? These ancient chalk marks are mostly rubbed away and indiscernible, but they might have once been part of an ancient ritual circle. In the middle of the circle, you can see the broken pieces of an old pocket watch. Was there actual witchcraft going on here after all? Spooky. Huh. Empty shelves, just ancient trash, nothing but burned books. Interesting. Maybe that's like additional, like, plus solve of this quest. Now where are we? Peter Proctor, duty head to the very end. You were gonna get buried with it, right? No? Who was buried with the... Where is it? One of these can be dug up, right? There we are. Yay! Thomas Danforth. Dig it up. Well, look at that. Thomas got his wish after all. Thomas Danforth's pocket watch. So this isn't even the one that's down below the cellar. This gold pocket watch has "To my son Tom on his 12th birthday" engraved on the side of the lid. Interesting. Well, I mean, we gotta go confront some people about this. Also, like, we're not gonna be let down in here now, are we? Oh no, I need to know this. Well, oof. How do I get a 5-letter combination out of this? I can't even begin to imagine. Well, maybe that's something that has to occur after? A water trough, fulfilling its destiny of hydrating a horse. I can't use my hot rod on that. Yeah, maybe I have to do that after resolving. Okay, I'm back. Where were we?
Patricia's accused of stealing my pocket watch, vandalizing the outhouse, and making a weird and asymmetrical 3-armed doll. I promise I didn't. Promises don't count in a court of law. You've got to prove it.
It's okay, Patricia. I've got this. I have evidence that proves Patricia didn't steal the pocket watch. Oh, I said the doll one. Oops. I have evidence concerning the doll, I guess?
You guess? That doesn't sound very evidential. What'd you find?
Well, I found this little arm that looks like it was torn off of a rag doll. But if Patricia's already has 3...
Let me see. Oh yeah, this is mine, look.
Patricia holds up her doll, showing you the stitches where she fixed the hole left by the torn off arm.
Wait, your doll was originally a regular 4-armed one? Uh-huh, I made it based on yours because I thought it was neat.
Hang on, a 4-armed doll is regular in 1692?
Not everywhere, but around here, yeah. I got so bored. I just wanted something different, so I made a doll with 4 arms, but I'm not allowed to be different, so I had to tell Ma and Pa that it was the regular fashion for dolls, and I don't know, it just became a thing.
I think I get it. So you were mad because you thought Patricia had out-differentiated you by having an asymmetric doll?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Patricia, that wasn't fair. Your doll's really good. I like it better than mine. Aw, thanks. I forgive you, Delia. Our dolls can hug and make up. Say, that's funny. I just noticed the fabric on the missing arm has gone all stiff, like it's really old or something. Oh, and I'm wondering why you said in 1692 like that.
I guess I better come clean. I time traveled here from the future.
Oh, that'd explain it then.
I expected a little more pushback on that, to be honest.
Where did you actually find the arm? We haven't really resolved what happened.
I found it in... Who cares? It's just a stupid rag doll. If your parents had any money, you could have 2 real dolls instead of making your own out of trash. I found it in a secret compartment in Peter's nightstand. Why you?
Yeah, that figures. Not surprising in the least. Charge dismissed.
So what's left?
Since you solved the matter of the doll, Patricia's just accused of stealing my pocket watch and vandalizing the outhouse.
I have evidence that proves Patricia didn't steal the pocket watch.
Well, present it to the court.
Here it is. This is your pocket watch, right?
Hey, yeah, it is. Wow, thanks. Where'd you find it?
I'd rather not say.
It isn't evidence if you don't tell us where you found it. It might have been in her house or something.
All right, I found it in your grave?
What?
I'm a time traveler from the future, remember? I heard your mom say you love that pocket watch so much that you want to be buried with it when you die, so I went back to my time and dug up your grave to see if you were. And you were! And there it is!
That's crazy. You're crazy.
Possibly, but it's true. And the fact that you were buried with that watch, Tom, means you eventually would have had to find it wherever you lost it. So Patricia didn't steal it. Tom squints at the watch in thought and then winds it up and holds it to his ear.
It still works.
The finest craftsmanship, still working after 236 years. They won't make them like that anymore. Not they don't make them like that anymore, they won't make them like that anymore.
Okay, but this doesn't prove Patricia didn't take it. Maybe I found it in her house, or she will give it back to me or something.
Maybe, but it's closed loop now. We can't know how you would have gotten your watch back because now you got it back because I just gave it to you. And isn't that all you really wanted? To get your watch back? You never really believed that Patricia stole it.
I would like to know what happened to it, but yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Patricia. I hereby withdraw my accusation.
So, where does that leave us?
You cleared Patricia on most of the charges, but she's still accused of vandalizing the outhouse.
Does it count as vandalism if it's true?
Hey! Yeah, it's vandalism anyway. Just checking.
I'll be right back.
What, again? Do you have some sort of guts problem?
Yeah, I must have eaten some bad... whatever people eat in the late 17th century.
Okay, well, try to get it all out this time. I hereby suspend for a short recess.
Thanks. But I've got the page. Maybe I need to examine the page as well. Because we did tear it out. Playing the mother where is it? Chop, shed key. We got the... Hang on. Oh, we didn't do it! Because we couldn't distract the guard, so I couldn't tear it out. How do I distract the guard? I wonder. Y'all still, keeping that conversation up. Still going. Good to see. Sandwich gazebo. They're still doing the trial. The door to the house is locked. If only you had some way to unlock things that are locked. I mean, if I could unlock it in this period of time, that'd be really good, but I can't, so, oops. Can't even trick him into leaving. Won't even listen to me for a millisecond. So the plinth has the book, Diary of Delia Putnam. Can't tear out the page in order to prove that. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I can just make another rubbing. And that's why they're still selling the rubbing paper here, despite the fact that it's a quest item. I can't tear the page out. And I can't change my response to the bamboozlery. That's unfortunate. I pull out some of the pins. You discreetly pull out a bunch of pins in the doll and they drop them to the floor. Fortunately, it wasn't quiet enough. Fortunately, it wasn't quiet enough in here for the guard to have heard that. He can't hear a pin drop. Okay, good. Hey, buddy. I tell him about the pins. Hey, a bunch of pins fell out of that doll.
Sorry, I just get bit. What'd you say?
Some of the pins fell out of that weird voodoo doll or whatever. That might be dangerous. Someone could step on them.
Ah, jeez.
He goes over to the display and starts picking them up off the floor. I steal this page. You clear your throat loudly to cover the sound of the paper tearing and stuff it up your sleeve while you flip back to the front of the book. A page from Delia Putnam's diary. It says what it said previously, that is A-okay. Let's go and hand this in to Delia. Hey, Delia. I have evidence that proves Patricia didn't write the graffiti.
Alright, let's see it then.
Okay, I have 2 pieces of paper. This is a rubbing from the outhouse, showing the graffiti in question.
Peter Proctor is... Yeah, that's graffiti in question, alright. My father basically owns this crummy town. You won't get away with his slander, Patricia. Technically, it's libel, not slander. Anyway, what's the other piece of paper?
This is a page from someone's diary. Someone who clearly thinks Peter Proctor is a stinky doo-doo head. And if you compare the handwriting to the graffiti, they're a perfect match.
Wow, they sure are. Whose diary is this from?
This diary belongs to Delia Putnam.
What? Give me that.
She snatches the diary page away from you.
You did? Wait a minute. I don't remember writing this. This is dated 3 days from now.
Yeah, that paper is really old too. What's going on here? I already told you guys, I'm from the future. I stole this from a museum.
My diary was in a museum? Wow. So you admit that I wrote the graffiti? Yeah. I mean, like, it isn't libel if it's true, right?
Hey!
Yeah, that's correct. In any case, the charge against Patricia is hereby dropped.
You do owe someone an apology though, Delia.
Yeah. Not you, doo-doo head. They mean Patricia.
Sorry, Patricia. It was Peter I was mad at. I didn't mean to get you in trouble for it.
It's okay. He is a duty head. Hey!
What's next?
Well, everything's been accounted for. Congratulations, Patricia. You're acquitted of all charges. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Ryan.
No problem. I was happy to help.
Is there anything we can do for you in return?
Well, there's one thing I'm curious about. Do you kids know anything about witches?
Witches? You mean like black magic concerning with the devil, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Huh! Check it out, this Rude thinks witches are real. Yeah, they're just scary stories parents tell to their children to make them go to bed on time.
So, no witches? No witch trials? Nothing like that?
Not that I've heard of. And my dad travels the whole region in his cart circuit.
Huh. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna ask to borrow Delia's house key. You get to hang around and chatting amicably. It's nice to see them getting along. Hey Delia, can I borrow the key to your house?
Excuse me?
I need it for a time travel thing.
They probably want to burglarize you and make a killing on the antiques market in the future. Oh, that wouldn't work. If they took something from now into the future, it'd still be new. Antiques aren't valuable unless they go the long way round. Look, why do you actually want my house key?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but apparently your house catches fire sometime in the future. I think it might be a good idea to prevent that.
Wow, yeah, I totally agree with you. Unfortunately, I lost my key when I was out playing in the countryside. Do you have some kind of magic future way to find lost keys?
Well, maybe I'll think of something. And we'll have some time to think of that something in between episodes because, for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. Name of the game is being Shadows Over Loathing. Series playlist up at the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Stream pass are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the thank tier. And a special thanks to this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully see you all next time.